Okay, so connecting with the previous lecture, I have already discussed giant probability distribution, that how you will construct giant probabilities if you have more than one variable, because normally we have one variable, random variable, which is x or y. But what you will do when you have two random variable, how you will calculate giant probabilities? So in my previous lecture I have discussed already. Now in this lecture, the topic of this lecture, how we will find mean variance of a random variable x and y. So now, because in the previous lecture we constructed the giant probabilities, so now it is very easy how to calculate the giant probabilities mean and variance. So in this example I am just going to show you that how you will calculate that. So you can see this is the giant probability distribution which we have already formulated. These are the sum of these probabilities, 0.10 plus this which is equal to 0.40, and this is 0.60. Similarly, when we add this, we have already added all these, which is 0.25, 0.50. So these are this is the random variable y and this is the random variable x. And similarly, we just give a name hy to the probabilities of these events of the random variable y, and we give a name of gx to the random variable probabilities of x. So now in this example we just write these, because we have two random variable, the x elements are 2 and 4 and the y elements are 1, 3, 5. So 2, 4 and 1, 3, 5. So we just write their respective probabilities. When x is equal to 2, so the probability gx was 0.40. When x was 4, the probability was 0.60. Similarly, for h, when y is equal to 1, their respective probability was 0.25, and we have already calculated that in the previous lecture. Similarly, when x is equal to, when y is equal to 3, their probability was 0.50, and when y is equal to 5, their probabilities hy mean y is equal to 5, it was 0.25. So we just write this probability. Now they are asking how to find mean and variance of a random variable. So you people know how to calculate mean and variance of a random variable. So in order to calculate this ex, which we have already just write this, so normally we write this as we already discussed, x into gx. So summation x into gx, how we will calculate this? We have already calculated this, x into gx. So 2 multiplied by 0.40, which will be 0.80. 4 multiplied by 0.60, which will be equal to 2.40. So in this column, when you add all this, so this will be equal to, when you add this, it will be equal to 0, it will be equal to 3.20. And this thing is the summation of x into gx. This is basically summation x gx. So this is the mean. Now, how we will calculate the mean of the y? So what you will do? You will multiply 1. You will multiply 1 into hy, their respective probability. So for when y is equal to 1, their respective probability is 0.25. When y is equal to 3, the probability is 0.50, and when it's 5, the probability is this. So when you multiply this, you will get this thing. And how we will write the mean of the random variable y? We will just write it this, summation y into h into y, and we have already write this. This is y hy. So now summation y into hy. So when you add these, summation y into h into y, which is equal to 3, which is equal to 3. So this plus this plus this, it will be equal to 3. So we just write this is equal to 3. Similarly, you people also know that variance of x formula is ex square minus ex whole square. So in order to calculate this, we will write ex square. So how you will calculate this ex square? We know that this is equal to x square into g of x. So that is why in this column we take x square, so 2 2s are 4, and 4 multiplied by 0.40. So we will get 1.60. Now you need to take square of 4. 4 4 are 16. 16 multiplied by 0.60. So you will get 9.60. So we will write this summation. This is basically E x square is equal to summation x square into g of x, which is equal to, we have already calculated this, 11.20. So now you need to put this value in the variance of x. So variance of x is equal to, this value is 11.20 minus, and we have already calculated 3.20, the mean, E x square. So 3.20 square, which will be equal to the value, this will be the answer of, this will be the variance. Similarly, variance of y will be some E y square minus E, which is the mean. So this is the variance formula, and E y square is equal to summation y square h into y. So that is why in this column we calculate y square. Y square means 1 square into 0.25. So 0.25. 3 square. So 3 square is equal to 9. 9 multiplied by 0.50, which will be 4.5. And 5 square, 25 multiplied by 0.5, it will be 6.25. So this thing, the sum of this will be summation y square h y, which is equal to, we have already calculated this, which is equal to 11. So variance of y, this is E y square. So E y square is, which is summation y square h y, which is 11 minus E y is already 3 square. So 11 minus 9. So 11 minus 9 is 2. So this is the variance. Similarly, the standard deviation is the square root of variance. So at this way you will calculate the standard deviation. So I hope you understand. Now I am just going to show you that how you will calculate mean and variance in the Excel. So I am just also showing you that how you will calculate these things in Excel. So now you can see that we have x, for x we have two values, 2 and 4, and their respective probabilities for x is 0.4 and 0.6. Similarly for y we have three values for this random variable y, 1, 3, 5, and their respective probabilities. So in Excel, how you will multiply this, because we want to calculate Ex. So how we will calculate Ex? So as you people know that Ex is equal to summation x into Gx. So now in this column we will calculate this. So now you need to write this is equal to, this is x into Gx, and then you will drag it down. Similarly, because we need also x square Gx, because we also need to calculate variance of x. So in order to calculate variance of x, so variance of x formula is E x square minus Ex whole square. And you people know that Ex square is equal to summation x square into Gx. So that is why we will take the x square. So x square, this take square this into this probability, their respective probability. At this way we will calculate. So you need to drag it down, because Excel will automatically calculate this. Excel will take square of this 4. So A5 is the cell number in which 4 is exist. So 4 square into 0.6. Similarly for y, similarly for this we will also calculate y into hy. So this is my the random variable y is equal to 1 into their respective probability, which is 0.25. Similarly, you need to drag it down. When you drag it down, automatically when you click this, it's mean 3 multiplied by 0.5. When you click this, it's mean 5 multiplied by 0.25. Similarly, is equal to, now we want to calculate y square. So you need to click this and you need to take square of this value and multiply with the respective probability. So at this way you will be able to calculate this. So you can see 5. square multiplied by 0.25. So you can also calculate, you can also check it. 5 square is 25 is equal to 25 into 0.25. Did this calculation is same or not? So yes, we verified it's same. Now how to calculate EX square? So it is very simple, because we need to take the sum of this. So is equal to sum, and just take this. So this is the 3.2. So the value of EX square is equal to, the value of EX is 3.2. Similarly, when you select this and when you drag it at this side, so automatically it will calculate sum of this column, which is x square into gx. So at this way you will calculate EX square. So we can easily calculate this value, which is EX square is 11.2. So similarly, variance of x will be EX square is 11.2 minus EX is 3.2. So 3.2 square. So I am showing you that how you, let's suppose I am calculating this, is equal to 11.2 minus, so now we need to take the square, minus, so put it in the parenthesis, this is the mean. So mean, you need to put it again in the parenthesis and take square. So it will automatically calculate. So this is your variance. This is your variance. Variance of x. Okay, if you want to take the standard deviation, so standard deviation is equal to square root. So this is my square root, and you need to take this value. So when you enter it, you will calculate standard deviation for x. Similarly, we need to calculate EY, because this will be, if I just write it, EY, so EY will be equal to summation y into hy. So we need to calculate this value. So this, how we will calculate this value, is equal to sum. So when you sum it, this whole, you will get the sum of this column. Similarly, you need to do it. Now you not need to write the formula, automatically Excel will calculate the sum of this column also for you. So now you can write this EY. So this is the value of, is equal to, mean is, the mean value is 3. The mean value is 3. And the variance is, because variance of y is equal to EY square minus EY whole square. So at this way, you will be able to write it is equal to 11 minus 3 square, which will be 2. Okay, so, or if you want to use the Excel formulation, so just is equal to EY square is this minus 3 whole square. So at this way you will get is equal to 2. So this is variance of y. So at this way you will use Excel and you will calculate the values. Now in order to further extend it, I am just going to solve some more question in giant probability distribution. How to find EX plus y, EX minus y, E2x minus 3y, and EXY. So general formula, you people know that EX, for example, in general notation, we just write this, that EX is summation x into EX, their respective probability. So in the giant probability distribution, it will be the value. Now in this case, this is the value. So summation for x and summation for y, and this will be the x plus y, because we taking this value. So in this case, this will be the value into PXY. So now we need to construct this example in a more explaining way, that how we will further calculate these probabilities. So you can see from this, and how we extract these values. We just extract these values from the previous slides. Which slides? X plus y. So you can see x plus y. So x plus y mean 2 plus 1, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 5. Similarly 4 plus 1, 4 plus 3, and 4 plus 5. So at this way we just construct this 2 plus 1. So x, this is the value of x, and this is the value of y. 2 plus 1, 2 plus 3, this is the value of y, and 2 plus 5, this is the value of 5 is the value of y, and 4 plus 1, 4 plus 3, and 4 plus 5. So at this way we will construct x plus y. So you can see, because now they want to find this ex plus y. So ex plus y, and we have two values for x, random variable x, and three values for the random variable y. And now we want to add this, and now we want to use their joint probabilities in order to calculate the mean, because this thing represents the mean. So when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1, so how you will calculate this probability? I have already discussed this in the previous slides, but you can easily calculate this. While 0.4, this is 0.4, so you can easily get this 0.4 into 0.25, this one. When you multiply it, it will be equal to 0.10. So similarly, you can, now you need to take, when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1, so you need to multiply 0.4 with this 0.25, so you will get 0.10. When x is equal to 2, this one, and y is equal to 3, y is equal to 3. So how you will calculate this value? So 0.50 multiplied by 0.40, you will get this value. Okay, how you will get this value? Joint probability when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5. So when x is equal to 2, the value is 0.4. When y is equal to 5, the value is 0.25. So 0.4 into 0.25, you will get this 0.10. Similarly, how we will calculate when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1? So when x is equal to 4, y will be equal to 1. So when x is equal to 4, the probability is 0.6, and when y is equal to 1, the probability is 0.25. So when you multiply it, 0.6 into 0.25, you will get 0.15. Similarly, when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3, so x is equal to 4, the probability is 0.6, and when y is equal to 3, the probability is 0.50. So 0.6 multiplied by 0.50, you will get this. For x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5, so x is equal to 4 is 0.6 and y is equal to 5, so 0.25. When you multiply it, you will get this. Now they are asking to calculate mean. So if it was a single variable, so the mean will be ex, so summation x into pxy. Now we need to calculate this thing, because they are asking for x plus y. So now we change this thing. Now this is ex plus y, so now this will become ex plus y into their joint probabilities, which we have already calculated from this table. So now in the next column, what you will do? 3, because the sum of x plus 2y is 3, 3 multiplied by this 0.30, 2 plus 3 will be 5, 5 multiplied by this 1, 7 multiplied by this. So when you add this, so this will be summation. This will be the summation for x, and this will be the summation for y. X plus y into pxy, which will be equal to 6.2. So when you add all this, it will be equal to 6.2. Similarly, now they are asking ex minus y. So it is also very simple. Now ex minus y. So how you will write this? Summation, double summation, x, y, x minus y, this is minus p, their joint probabilities. So now first of all, we need to calculate x minus y. How we will calculate? Very simple. When x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1, so 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. When x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, so 2 minus 3 is minus 1. When x is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 5, which is equal to minus 5. Similarly, when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1, so 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Similarly, when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3, so 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. When x is 4 and y is equal to minus 5, so it will be minus 1. And we have already calculated their joint probability distribution. So we not need to calculate this again, because we have already calculated this. Now what you need to do? 1 multiplied by 0.10, it will be 0.10. Minus 1 multiplied by 0.20, minus 0.20. minus 3 multiplied by 0.10, it will be minus 0.3. 3 multiplied by 0.15, it will be 0.45, and 1 multiplied by this 0.30, and minus 1 multiplied by 0.15, so minus 0.15. So at this way, when we sum this, so when you calculate this, when you sum this whole column, it will be summation x minus y into pxy, and the value of this we have already calculated, which is 0.2. So at this way you can easily calculate these probabilities mean, joint probability distribution mean. Now they are asking you how you will calculate 2x minus 3y. So this is very simple, because this is 2x minus 3y, 2 will be multiplying with 2. So you can see 2 multiply with 2 when x is 2, minus 3 when y is equal to 1. So it will be equal to 1, 2 to the 4, and minus 3 will be 1. Okay, when x is 2, so 2 into x is 2, because in the first terms we are changing the values of y. So 2 into 2 minus 3 into 3. So 4 minus 9. So 4 minus 9 is equal to minus 5. So 2 multiplied by 2, 2 to the 4, minus 3 multiplied by 5. So 4 minus 15, which will be minus 11. Similarly, 2 is this one. Okay, 2, now we will change the value of x, because we check x 2 with respect to all these y value. Now we will put x is equal to 4 with respect to the y value. So 2 into 4 minus 3 into 1. So it will be equal to 5. 2 into 4 minus 3 into 3. So it will be 8 minus 9 minus 1. 2 into 4 minus 3 into 5. It will be minus 7. And the same probability, joint probability will be same, because when you taking x, 2, y will be 1. So we have already calculated these probabilities. These probabilities we have already calculated. So at this way you will be able to, when you sum this, it will be double summation 2x minus 3y into p into xy, which will be equal to minus 2.6. So at this way you will calculate the joint probability distribution function for two random variables. Now the same example, I just want to show you that how you will calculate while using Excel. So while using Excel, it is very simple. For example, you have only these probabilities given. You have only these probabilities given. So how we will calculate? You just is equal to this when x is equal to 2, when x is equal to 2, and y is equal to 1. So this probability into when y is equal to 1, what is the probability for y is equal to 1? This one. So similarly for this, because when x is equal to 4, so this is the probability, multiply by when y is equal to 1, this is the probability. So at this way we will calculate the joint probability. When x is equal to 2, the probability is this one, and when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, because you can see this is 2, the value is 2, and this is 3. So we will take this value. Similarly for this, x is equal to 2 and the probability is this, into when y is equal to 5, the probability is this one. So we will calculate the joint probability is equal to when x is equal to 4, so this is the probability, into when y is equal to 3, so this is the probability. So we will calculate it like the previous one. When x is equal to 4, so this is the probability, and when y is equal to 5, this one is the probability. So these are the joint probability. Remember, the sum of all these probability will be equal to 1. Okay, and you can easily calculate this is equal to sum is equal to sum. So when you sum this one, or if you sum this one, so 0.4 plus 0.6 is equal to 1. So 0.1 plus 0.15, when you add it, it will be this 0.2 plus 0.3, 0.5, 0.1 plus 0.15, it will be 0.25. So when you sum this is equal to sum, so this will be equal to 1. Now they are asking, just like we did in the slides, that how we will calculate x plus y. So x plus y, How you will calculate this? When x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So you can see 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. When x is 2 and y is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. Now start from 4. 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 4 plus 5 is 9. Now we need to calculate these probabilities, and I already show you that how we will calculate these probabilities. So when x is 2 and y is 1, this is the probability. So you can see this is the probability. When x is 2, when x it's mean this is the giant probability when x is 2 and y is 3. So when you click it, it will be 0.2. Similarly, we put all these probabilities. Then in the next step, because we want to calculate this multiplication of this and their giant probabilities. So you need to drag it down. When you drag it down, you will calculate all these probabilities. In the next column, this is x minus y. So when x is 2 and y is 1, 2 minus 1 will be 1. When x is 2 and y is 3, so 2 minus 3, it will be minus 1. When x is 2 and y is 5, so it will be minus 3. When x is 4 and this is y is equal to 1, it will be 3. When x is 4 and y is 3, it will be 1. When x is 4 and y is equal to 5, it will be minus 1. And similarly, just like we did in the previous one, now you need to multiply this and their respective giant probabilities, which we have already calculated. So you not need to repeat it again and again. Just drag it down and you will calculate these probabilities. Now I am showing you that 2x minus 3y, how you will calculate this 2x minus 3y. So in Excel, it is very simple. Just like is equal to 2, because 2 is in this equation 2 into x. So what is x now? 2 into, let's suppose this is 2. 2 into this minus 3 into 3 into y is 1. Okay, so this way you will calculate. Similarly, 2 into 2, so 4 minus 3 into 3. So that is why it will be minus 5. So I already calculate this. So these are the values now. In this case, it take that x is equal to 2 and y is 5. So when you put 2 into 2 minus 3 into 5, you will get this value. And then in this step is equal to this value multiplied by the giant probabilities, and when you add this, so you will calculate. Now we want to calculate is equal to sum. So sum of this column, this will give us the mean. So you not need to write this formula again and again, just write it like this. Okay, just deleting this. So this is the mean, this is Ex. So 6.2 is the mean of Ex plus y. This is the mean of Ex plus y, Ex plus y, and this is the mean of Ex minus y, and this is E2x minus 3y. So at this way you will use Excel in order to calculate the giant probability distribution. So I hope that you understand. At the end I will give you some more question for the assignment. You need to solve those. After that you will understand the giant probability distribution.